Good morning, this is Bill from Bill's Never Ending Projects. I'm gonna go to my box of goodies and be right back. I unloaded my box of goodies. This one was a big spring compressor for valves. This one, well, it's a little spring compressor for valves. What's this, a vacuum tester? Here's what I want. It's a Suntrux borescope. So let me put this in pause and let's go over to the tractor and take this borescope and blow out the dirt that's in the cylinders. There's only one spark plug in it. I'll just try right now real quick. I got other work to do, but let's see what's in those spark plug holes. Okay, let me do a better walk around of the tractor. I did a real quick one 2 nights ago. This thing up here on top, Garden Air Cleaner, this has the missing parts on top, but this is the cup for the oil on the bottom. I guess since they put it upside down, oh no, it has patches on the bottom. That looks like solder. It's not brazing. But anyway, that would go down here. Something like that. Anyway, put it back up there. I'm not going to cover it. It took rains for so long. But I did seal up this exhaust pipe to the exhaust manifold, and I'm probably going to run and get a couple spark plugs so I could put spark plugs in the hole. But my first major thing was blocking this thing up. That was my first major thing. I got the front blocked up. These spin now on both sides, so I got the weight off them. And this is up. This moves now. If I don't cut myself. If it's a neutral, it does. And this is where mine has this PTO. I think it's not the normal PTO piece that's in back. Somebody has made one. Because I checked the ones on eBay they're trying to sell for $500. Of course, it has the PTO shaft inside for the extension. But I was able to use that. It's hooked over here with 2 bolts and hooked over here with 2 bolts. I was able to use that to hold it. And I used some international H&M fender extensions that I made that I wasn't using, because I haven't picked up any fenders cheap yet. So there ain't much on the back. It's just that pumpkin and the 2 rims and that bracket for a PTO that's different than everybody else's. Up close, I noticed that everybody else wondered where you're supposed to put the battery. Well, mine has this big frame thing, so that'd be where you put the battery. Unfortunately here, my 2 gas caps are off, and I do wonder what that bracket is on top by the steering shaft on the way down towards the radiator cap, directly across from the exhaust pipe. Big clamp thing there to hold something. Wonder what that is. And there's another clamp thing. right there. So there's those two clamp things. I don't know what those are. I did find out that I had foot brakes. I already knew that, I guess, the day I got it. But I didn't know about that crack down there on the bell housing end plate. Now I know about that. And the reason I found out it had PTO, when I was using this bracket, I didn't know what it was. I found out it has PTO because I found this lever. Well, it's a PTO lever. I take it in is probably off. Out, it's probably on. And then I didn't know, but lo and behold, guess what? There's the crank. It's stuck up in here in this battery box. And I guess that must be a battery tie down or something. And what do I notice? I notice the throttle linkage is missing, but it's got this like lawnmower cable. What were they using? A lawnmower cable for right here? So where it comes out up here. Were they using a lawnmower cable for well, they were using a lawnmower cable for a throttle, because if you crank it, the choke's supposed to go the other way. The choke's supposed to go from what? Here up to here, and there's supposed to be a bracket. See, I'm missing that. There's no bracket. And if it was a starter, if there was a starter, it would be right here on the bell housing. There isn't. And there's no cutout for one. It doesn't have the aftermarket bell housing. It doesn't have the hydraulic pump. So the only feature I had was that PTO. The sediment bowl's missing. And I'd hate to see what's in the gas tank. I checked that number on the block here. It matches everybody else's 423DD. Is that what it was? 423DD, which means it's the block of a f-20. Let's go around to the other side where I'm going to blow those out. That's nice to have the crank. And that's nice to have that bracket that I was able to jack on. And then I did put, the thing is, if you jack over here on the axle, I would call them axle trumpets, but in this case, it's all one piece. It's all one piece. There's no bolt-on trumpets, so you can't break the bolts off on the trumpets. There is no trumpets. It's just all one piece. It looks like a truck rear end or something. So anyway, when you jack over here, then you can't take the jack out. You'd have to block under the tire or something to get this opened up again to put blocks there. But when I used this, I was able to put blocks up there, and now the weight's still pretty much in here, so I'm just leaving it. I guess I got one dent in the pumpkin. Oh well. And now the view from the other side, there's the locked up wheel. I don't know why. That's half the spokes are, I wouldn't call those spokes, but half those flat irons are gone. Here's this thing over here. I think that's, yeah, that's for changing the timing. It ain't gonna move. It just keeps bending right here. It's stuck. So for some reason, I think this camera is zoomed in, and I don't know how to unzoom it. So I'm standing back about 10 feet just to get the whole tractor in there, because I'm about ready to blow out these things and try to look in there. So there was no cover over the exhaust. It wouldn't have done any good anyway, and so I don't know why 3 spark plugs are out. I think maybe somebody just wanted the spark plugs. So I see these brackets are switched around. This one's supposed to be on the other side because the writing's upside down. Yeah, the writing's upside down, so this one's probably supposed to be on the other side and the other one over here. It's my best guess. But so we got these holes to blow out. Let's see what comes out of them. Whoa. Jeez. So much I need my dust mask. Let's try the next one. Let's try this end one. Oh my gosh. That was pure. Well, we know where the rusty one is. It was pure red. I'm going to stand on the other side of the tractor and do it, if I can. Can I reach through there or not? Probably not. Let's see. I'll just stand up on top. Pull myself up in the steering shaft. Here we go. Oh, I still get it up here. Well, you get the idea on that thing blowing out. It's the number 4 has the reddest powder you ever seen. I'll just hold my breath. That won't ever stop. I'm just running out of air in the tank. Okay, so I blew enough dirt out each one. Put it. I'm gonna try the bore scope. Put it on pause here. So it isn't going to work to do this. It's too bright out here. No, it isn't. But what I see is it's just you can't do it in the daylight out here. I'd have to do it at night. So since I can't do it, I'm going to just shut this off. There, and I'll put this away later. But from what came out of those cylinders, wow, that one that had all that rust over here in number 4, truly